The NCCAA and Bob Jones University promote good sportsmanship by student-athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student-athletes, coaches, or team representatives are grounds for removal from the site of competition and other disciplinary actions. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Conestee Park for today's game featuring the Columbia International University Rams and your Bob Jones University Bruins. We will now meet the starters for the Rams. Batting first, playing center field, number 18, James Lovera. Batting second, playing shortstop, number 3, Colton Lopez. Batting third, playing right field, number 23, Aiden Pridgeon. Batting fourth, DH, number 15, Emmanuel Maldonado. Batting fifth, playing third base, number 20, Colin Greer. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 25, Britton Morris. Batting seventh, playing catcher, number 10, David Mora. Batting eighth, playing left field, number 27, Shane Hammonds. Batting ninth, playing second base, number 6, Rafael Gonzalez. And on the mound for the Rams, number 35, Braden Adams. And now it's time to meet the starters for your Bob Jones University Bruins. Batting first, playing center field, number 5, Riley Ramsey. Batting second, playing right field, number 38, Evan Walker. Batting third, playing shortstop, number 9, Angelo Gomez. Batting fourth, DH, number 29, J.C. Poe. Batting fifth, playing first base, number 31, Matthew Wells. Batting sixth, playing third base, number 28, Pablo Austin. Batting seventh, playing catcher, number 19, Cody Kirkpatrick. Batting eighth, playing second base, number 3, Sam Gonzalez. Batting ninth, playing left field, number 2, Zay Brandt. And on the mound for the Bruins, number 43, Tillman Paget. At this time, we ask that you please stand for a word of prayer, followed by our national anthem. Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the opportunities two universities have today to fellowship over the great sport of baseball. Father, we want to take this time to pray for the CIU community after the loss of student Patricia Wolf. I pray that you would give strength to those close to her, and that everyone in the CIU community would be uplifted and encouraged by your grace in this time. Be with us here today as we fellowship. In Jesus' name, amen. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Conestee Park, home of your BJU Bruins baseball team, where today they'll be facing off against the Columbia International University Rams in a single 9-inning game. My name is Trent Goldsmith, and I'll be on the call today. I do want to start off this broadcast by sending our deepest condolences and prayers to the CIU community after the tragic death of student classmate and friend Patricia Wolf. The BJU community is praying for CIU and specifically for the family and close friends to Wolf. This comes just a few months after the tragic loss of Rams athletic director Darren Ritchie. He served at CIU for 3.5 years before his death and really led a spiritual revival with a focus of missions amongst the athletes and coaches. BJU lifts up continual prayers for CIU. May the Lord give you strength. The Bruins and the Rams clashed against each other 2 times last season, first of which the Bruins got a memorable program win at Fluor Field in downtown Greenville, winning 9-8 by good games from Chad Bain and Zay Brandt, both current Bruins today. The Rams got the win over the Bruins in the second showdown, however, about a month later, winning 14-4, led by the big hitting performances from their seniors. Sadly, all those seniors have graduated for the Rams, but both teams, they look a little bit different this year, but with many new players, so we'll see who comes out with a win today. Starting lineups for the Bruins, I'll go in batting order as we get started here. Tillman Padgett is on the mound. He is waiting his first pitch, and here it comes. That's in there for a strike. Great start by Padgett. Going in batting order, Riley Ramsey playing center field, Evan Walker playing right field, Angelo Gomez playing shortstop, J.C. Poe DH, Matthew Wells first base. Here comes his second pitch. That's a grounder to Pablo Austin playing third base. He bobbles it and can't quite get the grip on the ball. And James Lovera leads off with a single. Pablo Austin playing third base, Cody Kirkpatrick catching, Sam Gonzalez playing second base, Zay Brandt playing left field, and obviously Tillman Padgett on the mound. This brings up number 3, Colton Lopez, a shortstop for the Rams now. Padgett checks him back. Now for the Rams, going in batting order, James Lovera, as we just saw, hit that single, playing center field. Colton Lopez shortstop, Aiden Pridgeon right field. Here's the first pitch to Lopez. High in the zone for a ball. Emmanuel Maldonado, DH. Colin Greer, third base. Britton Morris, first base. David Mora, catcher. Shane Hammonds, left field. Rafael Gonzalez, second base. Lovera, really big lead off there at first base. Gets checked back by Padgett again. And on the mound for the Rams, number 35, Braden Adams. Here's the 1-0 pitch with Lovera leading off big again. He will probably go. He does. The throw from Kirkpatrick is little off target. Hits Lovera. And Lovera sits down for a little bit. Takes his helmet off, a little shaken up. Medical staff does come out to check on him just in case. Looked like he got hit in the head just by the way he's reacting. Ball was a little bit behind Sam Gonzalez, but it did hit Lovera in the head. We appreciate your patience as we wait out to see what the trainer is doing. She's probably giving him a very quick concussion test, as it is protocol to do so if you get hit in the head. Everything seems to be okay. Trainer will leave the field, and Lovera stays at second base. Surprisingly, not a lot of fans here in attendance today. It's very nice out. The sun is out. It's definitely not as cold as it was on Saturday, thank goodness. Because we do not have a press box here. We are in the open air with the sun now gleaming on our faces. Makes it a little warmer here. And after a long wait, we get to see the 2-0 pitch from Paget to Lopez. Levera leading off again. He goes to steal third, and Lopez is hit by the pitch. Also in the head. He seems to be okay. It was a breaking ball, so it wasn't that fast. The hit by pitch will send Levera back to second base as it becomes a dead ball. So 2 leadoff runners on for the Rams. Brings up Aiden Pridgeon, the right fielder. Pridgeon comes in with a .235 batting average. Has 6 RBIs on the season and 1 home run. So he has the power to get it out. He has 2 runners on for him. He squares the bunt, though. Great bunt down the third base line. Paget gets there in time and decides not to send the ball over to first base. That loads the bases very quickly for the Rams. 0 outs. And that brings up the DH, Emmanuel Maldonado, who comes in with a .375 batting average and a home run and a few RBIs on the season. The Rams are struggling so far this year, being 1-11. Bruins are still winless, 0-6. Corners are in here. He crushes that to the right field, past Gonzalez. 1 run will score. The other run will be held at third. So Levera's in, Lopez at third. Great start for the Rams. Still no outs for the Bruins. Lopez now on third, Pridgeon on second, and Maldonado on first. After that RBI single by Maldonado. Now brings up Colin Greer. Corners are still in for the Bruins. Middle infield is playing deep. Hopefully going to get a double play here. Here's the first pitch. That's in there for a strike. Great pitch by Paget. Here's the 0-1. That's hit to right field. Evan Walker's there. He catches it, goes to throw home. Almost in time, but not quite. The Rams are now ahead 2-0, 1 down, runners on second and third. So the force out is gone and not an option for the Bruins anymore, but at least they do have an out on the board. On the caught sac fly by Evan Walker. Here's the first pitch to Britton Morris. It's fouled off behind home plate for strike 1. Britton Morris is a junior from New Zion, South Carolina. Playing first base for the Rams today. That pitch is outside for a ball. Kirkpatrick's throw almost got away from Paget. Here's the 1-1. Inside for a strike. Matthew Wells still playing in with the lefty up to bat. Paget shakes off more than a few signs from Kirkpatrick. And time is called. Shook his head about 4 times. Not entirely sure how many pitches he has or what pitch he wants to throw, but he's ready now for the 1-2. Pitch is a high fastball for a ball. Full count pitch from Paget. Just barely missed his zone, loads the bases with one down. That'll bring up David Mora, the catcher for the Rams. The double play ball is back in action. Grounder to the middle infield will give the Bruins a chance to get off the field, only limiting the damage to 2 runs. Here's the first pitch to Mora. That's a strike on the outside corner, making it 0-1. Paget comes in, pitching 3 innings on the season so far with only allowing 2 hits. He's walked 4, struck out 1, and has no earned runs against him, so he still has an ERA of 0, technically, because since this first inning is not over, but it will go up after this inning's over. That hit is very high in the shallow left field. In fact, Austin seems like he's under it. He is. And he catches it for out number 2. Shane Hammond's now up for the Rams. Has a chance to score some 2-out runs, as the bases are still loaded after the flyout by Mora. Here's the first pitch to him. Blocked by Kirkpatrick. It's one thing Cody Kirkpatrick is very good at, is blocking pitches in the dirt. Rarely lets anything past him. Always seems to get in front of him and use his body to shield him off. Here's the 1-0 from Paget. 2 down. Looked good from up here, but probably a little high and inside for ball 2. Here's a 2-0 pitch from Paget. That's in there for a strike. 2-1. Bruins getting out of this inning, only allowing 2 runs would be huge. Hopefully maybe even give them an offensive spark to start their own. And now the 2-1. That's in there for a strike. 2-2 count now. Comeback by Paget. Tillman Paget to get out of the inning. Ball high, makes it full count. The runners will be at least starting their run to the next base here, as it is full count, 2 outs. Bases loaded, 2-0. The runners do go. Barely missed outside. The runs will come in, making it 3-0 as Hammonds takes a walk to first base. That was a very close pitch. Called a ball by the umpire. Base is still loaded for Rafael Gonzalez, the second baseman for the Rams. Senior from Batesburg, South Carolina. Here's the first pitch. That's a strike on the outside. Here's the 0-1 from Paget. Here's the 1-1. Tip back into the net. First contact of any kind we've seen in the last couple of minutes. And even then, 3 runs. Limiting this to 3 runs would be great for the Bruins, especially since they had the first 4 batters get on base. Here's the 1-2. High and outside. Gets away from Paget. Here's the 2-2. That's high. Paget shows a little frustration at himself after that pitch. Got away from him again. Full count, 2 outs. Here it is. That's hit softly to Gonzalez at second base, and he throws to first for the final out of the inning. The Rams bat through their lineup and score 3, but the Bruins get out and look to answer back in the bottom of the first. Welcome back to the bottom of the first inning from Conestee Park. Riley Ramsey looks to lead off for the Bruins and spark some offense as at the answer back from 3 runs. He swings at the first pitch. He sees that's a single to left field. Riley Ramsey's bat remains hot. First pitch he sees. Great hit. Evan Walker now looks to do the same. Walker comes in with a .462 batting average, highest on the team. He looks at that pitch high for a ball. Ramsey leads off first, not that far. Walker swings at the first pitch. Excuse me, the second pitch. Foul off. That ball is in the dirt. Ramsey will take advantage of it and go to second base. So the leadoff runner for the Bruins with no outs is in scoring position already. A base hit by Walker will probably score him. On the mound for the Rams is Braden Adams. Braden Adams. That's hit by Walker to third base. Checks him back. Throws over for the first out of the inning. Good contact. Couldn't quite advance the runner. 1 down. Brings up Angelo Gomez, playing shortstop today. Played second base over the weekend, but gets his nod at shortstop today. That's another pass ball. Ramsey to third base for free. So 2 free stolen bases for Riley Ramsey to start this game. Still 1 down. And Gomez with a chance to score him. Here's the 1-0. in the dirt again, makes it 2-0. Braden Adams has pitched 5 innings so far this year, allowing 3 hits, no earned runs, 6 strikeouts, only 1 walk. So a good, impressive start from Adams on the season. Here's a 2-0. Gomez fouls that one off. Makes it 2-1. Gomez, one of the freshman standouts on this team. Here's the 2-1. Hits that to third base. Third baseman's been busy. He brings it home. And he got there in time. Riley Ramsey's out at home. Great throw by the third baseman, Colin Greer. He's been busy over there. 3 grounders coming his way. 2 down now. Gomez on first base. Brings up J.C. Poe, the DH for the Bruins. Bruins offense has had a lot of just momentum-crushing plays by the defensive team. There were a few times over the weekend where they would have runners on right away, but then just get absolutely crushed by a double play, setting them back all the way. And that's in there for a second strike as J.C. Poe swings through that. It is 0-2, 2 outs. Gomez leading off. Tipped by Poe, right back to Adams. He'll toss to the first base to get out of the inning with no runs given up despite the early single and stolen bases by Riley Ramsey. The Bruins look to hold the lead at 3-0 in the top of the second. Back here for the top of the second inning. And the Rams find themselves at the top of the order again. James Lavera leads off just like last inning. He squares the bunt. Pulls it back. And it'll be ball 1, 1-0 count. Lavera had a leadoff single last at bat. Here's the 1-0 from Paget. It's ball high, 2-0. From Paget. In there for a strike. Great pitch. CIU is coached by Jonathan Johnson. Here's the 2-1. And if you don't know who that is, let me tell you who that is. Jonathan Johnson, the head coach for CIU, was a pitcher at Florida State back in the 90s, ACC Freshman of the Year, 2-time All-ACC, as Lavera is walked, and they'll lead off runner on for the Rams. 2-time All-ACC, 2-time All-American, 1995 ACC Tournament MVP. He represented Team USA in 1994. It was inducted to the Florida State Athletics Hall of Fame in 2006. after his career at Florida State. He was drafted in the first round, 7th overall in the MLB draft. Kerry Wood is a notable player who's drafted in front of him. Levera gets checked back by Padgett. He gets back there safely. But here's some players that are drafted after Coach Jonathan Johnson. Hall of Famer Todd Helton, Hall of Famer Roy Halladay, Carlos Beltran, Bronson Arroyo, A.J. Burnett, David Ross, Mike Lowell, Juan Pierre, and Pat Burrell were all drafted after Jonathan Johnson in the 1995 MLB draft. Here's the first pitch. The Colton Lopez at the ball. A few other names you might recognize from a different sport that were also drafted in this 1995 MLB draft was the greatest of all time football player, Tom Brady. He was in fact drafted by the Expos, 507th overall. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. Also, Ricky Williams and Dante Culpepper were also drafted in that MLB draft. Notable NFL names. After he was drafted, Jonathan Johnson played for the Rangers, Astros, Padres, and Braves. Another check back to Levera to keep him honest on first base. He's back there in time again. He did have 6 career starts, 2 and 4 in those starts, and he pitched the most in the majors in 2000 for the Rangers. Levera takes second base for free as it's a passed ball. Gets past Kirkpatrick. So yeah, that is the head coach of the team that we are going against today. Very impressive resume. Thought I'd share that with you. I was blown away when I saw what draft he was drafted in and how high he was drafted. Very impressive coach. Very impressive man, and CIU loves to have him as their head baseball coach. 2-1 count now from Padgett. Levera goes to third. Great jump. He gets there standing up as Lopez looks at strike 2. 2-2 count now. Here's a 2-2 with none down. That's an outside ball. Makes it full count again. Padgett's been in a few full counts so far. Hasn't really won any of them when it comes to getting a strikeout. Looking for his first now. That's outside again for ball 4. And the Rams will have runners on the corners to start this top of the second. Still none down. Brings up Aiden Pridgeon, the right fielder who had a single in his first at-bat. Infield gets the sign from Cody Kirkpatrick. Probably on the potential steal by Lopez the second, as there is a fast runner on third. We'll see how this plays out. Still none down. Lopez takes off to go to second. Kirkpatrick just holds it. And now 2 runners in scoring position for the Rams. Still with no outs and a 1-0 count. Aiden Pridgeon coming in with a .235 batting average. Striking out 12 times. Struggles with the strikeouts. Swings at that for a 1-1 count now. Corners are in for the Bruins. Matthew Wells at first and Pablo Austin at third. That is fouled out of play for strike 2. Base hit could potentially make this game 5-0. But Padgett gets him to swing at that. Foul tip it. And this count will stay 1-2. Pridgeon is from right up the road in Lawrence, South Carolina. He's a junior outfielder playing right field today. Here's the 1-2 from Padgett. And he gets his first strikeout of the day, striking out Aiden Pridgeon for out number 1 here in the top of the second. hopefully a confidence booster for Tillman Pridgett. Brings up lefty hitter Manuel Maldonado, the DH. And he looks like he's ready to score a couple of runs here. Ball is inside, blocked by Kirkpatrick again. Another great block. How did he get in front of that? I have no idea. He had to move so quickly it untied his shoes. But he gets that situated and we're ready to go. Here's the 1-0 from Padgett. Wow. Maldonado turned on that real early. It goes foul. If that was fair, that would have gone to the corner for a bases clearing extra base hit. Luckily, it's a 1-1 count now with one out. Here's the 1-1 to Maldonado. That gets in there for a strike. Great breaking ball. Here's the 1-2. Will Padgett get his second strikeout of the day? Gets away from him a little bit for outside. Throw from Kirkpatrick's in the right straight to the ground. Luckily, Padgett can get that pretty easily. Here's the 2-2 count. Wells knocks it down. Gonzalez collects it, gets the out at first base, but the run does score, making it 4-0. 2 outs on the board now. Colton Lopez is now on third base. Brings up Colin Greer, who had a sac fly in his first at-bat. First pitch to him is a strike. Great pitch by Tillman Padgett. Another block by Kirkpatrick. Keeps Lopez at third. Infield has a much different look than it did over the weekend. Pablo Austin at third. Gomez has moved to short, and Gonzalez gets his start at second. That is foul tipped by Greer, making it a 1-2 count, 1 strike away from the Bruins getting out of this inning, only allowing 1 run. And only a 4-0 deficit, which is definitely surmountable. Ball's in the dirt for a 2-2 count. Here's the 2-2. Greer thought about swinging at that. He did flinch that bat a little bit, but does not, making it a full count. It is a very nice bat in his hand, a Murju Cat, known as one of the best bats in baseball. Here's the full count with 2 down. And it goes high. Padgett's upset at himself for that one. And the runners are now in the corners with 2 down. And first baseman Britton Morris coming up for the Rams. He was walked his first at-bat. Big chance right now for the Bruins to get out of the inning, but Greer takes his free base to first. Greer goes to second. Kirkpatrick thought about throwing, but does not. And Greer's in there safely. Runners now on second and third for the Rams after the first pitch ball from Paget. The 1-0 to Morris is high, making it 2-0. Paget looking for his first strike at this at-bat. Does not get it. Inside pitch nearly hits Morris's feet. Now a 3-0 count. A walk here wouldn't necessarily be bad. It would load the bases, giving us an out anywhere. But it would extend the inning even farther. Here's the 3-0. That is called a ball low, so Morris will take his base for the second straight walk for him personally, but second straight walk from Paget. Brings up David Mora, the catcher, who flew out his last at-bat. Again, out anywhere, nearest base here would end the inning. Here's the first pitch to Mora. Very high in the infield. Someone's just got to call it and catch it. Pablo Asa gets it right by the mound. And the Bruins get out of the inning, only allowing one run. And now see themselves down 4 with a chance to answer in the bottom of the second. Welcome back to the bottom of the second inning where Matthew Wells leads off for the Bruins. After the Bruins go scoreless in the bottom of the first, Bruins look to get some runs on the board now. Wells will take the first pitch inside for a ball. Matthew Wells, one of the many freshmen on this team, one of the many reasons Coach Castile sees this program going up in the next few years. Here's the 1-0 to Wells. Looks that in for a strike, making it 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Great breaking ball. Wow, he gets an in for a strike, making it 1-2. You can see the movement from all the way up here. Great breaking ball by Braden Adams. Here's the 1-2 to Wells. That's a drop third strike. I thought Wells may have gotten a piece of it. That's the way everyone is acting. So that must be what happened. Count remains 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Gets a piece of that again. Back into the net. Wells gets a piece of that for a little bloop shot in the left field. It looked like it hit it did hit the ground first. So Wells leads off with a single. Great start to the inning for the Bruins. Shane Hammonds couldn't quite get his glove under before it hit the ground. So no outs. Pablo Austin now up for the Bruins, playing third base today. The struggle this year for the Bruins, as I've said in the past, is getting the leadoff runners on base, all around the bases for runs. The problem last year was they didn't get any leadoff runners. That ball is hit to center field, shallow center field by Austin. And James Lovera is under that for an easy out, number 1. Problem last year is they wouldn't get leadoff runners. They would end up getting runners on base with 2 outs, and it was too late. This year they get leadoff runners and they can't get them around the bases to score. Hopefully that changes soon. Cody Kirkpatrick is now up for the Bruins. Kirkpatrick was one of the big reasons the Bruins beat CIU last year at Fluor Field. Had a big game from the plate. Going 3 for 4. Here's the 1-0 to him. Hits that back into the net for a 1-1 count. Looks at that one in the dirt for a 2-1 count. Cody Kirkpatrick is a junior studying kinesiology from North Carolina. He swings at that. That's a ripper to left field. Stand-up single. Moves Wells to second base. Still 1 down. Brings up Sam Gonzalez. Sophomore from Antioch, California. Sam Gonzalez is the little brother of Bruins women's soccer player Gabby Gonzalez, the NCCAA Player of the Year and national champion this past fall. Sam looks to get his name in Bruins history. Takes that ball inside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 to Gonzalez. That's in there for strike 1, 1-1. Sam Gonzalez is studying graphic design. It's a pretty cool major once you look into it. Here's the 1-1. It's on the outside corner for strike 2. Gonzalez has to battle now. Can't let Braden Adams find his rhythm. Here's the 1-2 with 1 out. Hits that through the gap of the infield. And Sam Gonzalez is on and loads the bases with Wells now at third and Kirkpatrick at second. Bases loaded for Zay Brandt. Again, he's another reason the Bruins pulled off a win last year against CIU. Had 2 RBIs in that game. Zay Brandt did hit a grand slam last year, if I am remembering right. So this is nothing new to him. I'm not trying to, say this wouldn't happen, but a grand slam would tie the game. Be a pretty cool moment. Here's the first pitch to Zay. Bottom corner for a strike. 0-1 count. Big chance for the Bruins here to score some runs to make this deficit a little smaller. Hits that to the shortstop. Goes for an easy out at third. I'm pretty sure he missed third base. He did. Wow. So the bases remain loaded. Wells scores, and it's 4-1. Kyle Prouse is the runner that came in for Kirkpatrick as the courtesy runner. He's now on third base. Brings up Riley Ramsey's now up for the Bruins. So Prouse is on third, Gonzalez is on second, and Brandt's at first. Base is still loaded, still one out for the hottest bat on the Bruins team. Riley Ramsey with an 0-1 count coming to him. Barely misses. 1-1 count. The big moment for the Bruins continues. Can they capitalize on this? Center field's playing very shallow. Ball is popped up out of play, making it a 1-2 count to Riley Ramsey. The gap between center field and right field is massive. If he finds that gap, Riley Ramsey might go all the way around the bases for an inside the park. Here's the 1-2. Ramsey, another ball out of play. Trying to find contact in front of him, not behind him, as even a fly to an outfielder would score another run. Here's the 1-2 to Ramsey. That misses for a ball. 2-2 count. Here's the 2-2 to Ramsey. What can he do with this? Popped up in the infield. Will it get out of play? It will. Catcher David Mora and first baseman Britton Morris were both over there, hoping they'd have a chance to catch that for a second out of the inning. But they do not. The count remains 2-2 as Ramsey continues to battle. Here's a 2-2 from Adams. High. Makes it full count. Full count, one down, bases loaded to Riley Ramsey. Another foul ball. Ramsey continues to battle, and the Bruins dugout loves it. Another full count. Ramsey, another foul ball. He is all over that ball, just can't get a hit in front of him. He needs to remain calm and steady. Here's a 3-2 again. That's called strike three on the outside corner for out number 2. To the dismay of the Bruins dugout, Ramsey walks back. Evan Walker now has his chance to burst open this Bruins offense. He has a chance with the bases loaded. Just 2 outs now for Walker. Tips the first pitch he sees back into the glove. 0-1 count. Bruins must capitalize on this, at least scoring another run. Prouse on third, Gonzalez on second. Walker, short dribbler to the shortstop. Will he get there in time? The throw is off target, misses the tag, and a run gets in as Kyle Prouse scores. The Rams lead is now 4-2. Gonzalez on third, Brandt on second, and Walker on first. Angelo Gomez now has his chance. What will he do with it? Here's the first pitch to him. He swings on the first pitch. Foul ball near the dugout of the Rams. Coach Castillo calls Angelo Gomez Jello. Here's a pitch to him. Hits it in the gap. Gonzalez will score. Brandt will stay at third. And the bases remain loaded. 4-3 on the RBI single from Angelo Gomez. One by one, the Bruins are clawing their way back into this game. It's now 4-3 here in the bottom of the second inning with 2 down. J.C. Poe now at bat. First pitch to Poe. Swings at it. Makes solid contact. Just goes foul. Bases loaded, 0-1 count here to Poe. That's outside for ball one. 1-1 count. J.C. Poe with a .435 batting average with a home run and four RBIs on the season. Here's the 1-1. Looks at that one down into the dirt. 2-1 count. Great answer back here in the bottom of the second by the Bruins. Poe, dribbler to third base. Greer gathers it and throws it to first. Finally, for the third out of the inning. The Bruins answer back big time, scoring 3 runs, making this game 4-3. And they look to hold the Rams at 4 runs, coming up in the top of the third. Welcome back here to the top of the third inning. After the Bruins answer back big time, scoring 3 runs in the bottom of the second. Shane Hammonds is leading off for the Rams. He just fouled one off for strike 1. He was walked his last at bat. Paget looks to find his rhythm again and get through this inning scoreless to keep the deficit at 1. Here's the 1-1 from Tillman Paget. Strike 2, 1-2 count now. It's funny how an offensive spark can cause lots of confidence for the pitcher. A lot of support there. Here's the 1-2 from Paget. In the dirt, great block by Kirkpatrick. 2-2 count. Here's a 2-2 from Paget. Change up inside, not quite there. Another full count that Paget is facing. Looking for his second strikeout of the game. That's a ball high. Another leadoff runner for the Rams on another walk to Hammonds. Kirkpatrick has a quick conference with Padgett on the mound. I don't think the infield's coming in on this one. It's just a one-on-one motivational talk by Kirkpatrick. Pulling out his inner Tony Robbins, probably. Pablo Austin's playing very far in, expecting a bunt. He backs up a little bit. Padgett goes to pick him off. It gets past and out of play. So Hammonds will probably get third as he was on his way to second, I would assume. I guess they're going to keep Hammonds at second. Helps out the Bruins' cause a little bit. Here's the first pitch to Rafael Gonzalez. And a bunt was squared up, but tipped foul for strike number one. Tough position here for the Bruins. Pablo Austin's going to probably come in on this attempted bunt, leaving no one at third base. Here's the 0-1. No bunt squared, ripped down the line, but foul. 0-2 count. Here's the 0-2 to Gonzalez. It's ball outside to make it a 1-2 count. Don't have to worry about a bunt anymore. Unless he really wants to try to bunt with 2 strikes. So fouled off bunt would be strike 3. Hammonds dances at second. That's fouled off by Gonzalez again. Another 1-2. Hammond still dances at second. This is a baseball field, not a dance floor. Come on now. That's the ball outside for a 2-2 count. Two from Padgett. And hits Gonzalez in the arm. Actually, that hit the knob of the bat for a foul ball. So Gonzalez stays in for a 2-2 count. You don't see that very often. That sounded very hard. I hope that wasn't his elbow. Good thing it was the knob of the bat. 2-2 again. Fouled off again. Great battle between Gonzalez and Padgett. Gonzalez is a senior from Batesburg, South Carolina. The shortest guy on the roster, being 5'5". Here's the 2-2 to him. Grounder to Gonzalez. He fields it cleanly, throws it to Wells for the first out of the inning. Great play by Sam Gonzalez at second base. Hammonds does move to third, though. And that brings the top of the lineup for the Rams. James Lovera has had a single and walk in this game so far, with a chance to have an RBI here with Hammonds on third. That breaking ball doesn't quite come off the hand of Padgett that well, but Lovera dodges it for ball 1. Lovera does have 7 RBIs on the year. looking to get his 8th in this at-bat. First pitch by Paget was an early release. That last pitch was a late release. He's got to find a happy medium here on the 2-0 count. Doesn't quite get in to the strike zone. 3-0 count now. Strike one, 3-1 count. Good pitch by Paget. Hopefully it helps him find his rhythm back into this at-bat. Hammond still on third base looking to score. Outside in the dirt, Hammonds will score, and Lavera will go to first. The game is now 5-3, 1 down in the top of the third. It's the 8th walk of the day by Paget. Brings up Colton Lopez. He was walked his last at-bat and hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. Lopez is a senior from Keysville, Georgia. First pitch to him. Grounder down the line. Fair ball past Austin. Lavera will head to third. Lopez in the second. And he has a stand-up double with 1 down on the top of the third. Paget now in a tough decision, or a tough circumstance here, with a runner on second and third with 1 down, with Aiden Pridgeon now up. Lopez leading far off of second base. That's popped up in the infield. Looks like Sam Gonzalez is under that. He calls him off and gets it for the second out of the inning. Bruins have a chance here to get out of the inning again, only allowing 1 run. Maldonado takes his time getting into the batter's box. 2 teammates waiting for him on base to score. He grounded out his last at-bat, got a single in his first at-bat. Crowds the plate when he bats. Literally over home plate. Might mess up the timing and rhythm of Paget. You saw ball 1 go inside. Yeah, if Maldonado were to lean a certain way, his left elbow, or his right elbow would literally be in the... That is foul ball by inches. Barely foul. That would have scored both runs for sure. And Maldonado probably would have had a stand-up double. Big sigh of relief for all the Bruins. 1-1 count now. Paget delivers. In the dirt, another block by Kirkpatrick. Keeps the runners where they are. 2-1 count. Here's a 2-1. Outside for 3-1 now. It's another situation where a walk wouldn't necessarily be bad. It's just obviously the Bruins would rather get off the field. The 3-1 to Maldonado does send him to first base for a walk. Bases are now loaded with 2 down. Bringing up third baseman Colin Greer. Greer's made a few plays in the field so far today, getting a few outs for the Rams. Had a sac fly in the first inning, a walk in the second inning, and now he has a chance to get some more RBIs here with the bases loaded. First pitch barely misses for ball one. 1-0 count. Here's the 1-0. Popped up and out of play. No concession stand today, so that is not going to be a free sucker. So there is not a absolute rush to get that foul ball. 1-1 count. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Off speed, gets away and goes high for ball 2. I'll tell you what, there are a few foul balls over the weekend where I was tempted to throw off this headset and go get it myself. Pretty close, but our statistician got it instead. He's faster than me. That's almost in there for strike 2, but it's called a ball, 3-1. I do run track, so I like to run, but I'm hooked up here. Here's the 3-1 with the bases loaded. In there for strike 2, makes it full count. The runners will be on the move. On the pitch by Padgett. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Big chance for the Bruins gal this inning, but also a big chance for the Rams to score a lot of runs here. What will happen? Strike 3! Padgett got him! Bruins out of the inning. Rams score 1, Strand 3, and Bruins look to answer back in the bottom of the 3rd inning, only down 2. We're back here in the bottom of the 3rd at Conestee Park. Matthew Wells leads off for the Bruins. Bruins only find themselves down 2. Wells hits that deep to left field, gets caught up in the wind, and is caught for out number 1 in the bottom of the 3rd by Shane Hammonds. That came off the bat very quickly, solid contact, but just died in the air. And it was an easy catch for Hammonds in left field. One out very quickly for the Rams, brings up Pablo Austin. He flew out his last at bat. Here's the 1-0 to Austin. Down in the dirt for ball 2. Austin swings at that. It's a very high pop-up near third base. Greer is under it. Little miscommunication. Greer was under it, but Colton Lopez ended up catching it. Football fans would say he mossed him for out number 2. 2 quick outs on 2 flyouts. Kirkpatrick now up, looking to get a little 2-out rally going for the Bruins. He singled his last at bat. In fact, the whole bottom of the order is all singled. That's popped up right near me. I can't quite get there in time. Would have had to dive over the fence for that one. I thought for sure it was coming right at me. I would have brought out my former baseball player in me to catch that for sure. Here's the 0-1. 1-1. It's not every day you get to almost catch a foul ball. I've been to so many MLB games I can't count. I never caught one. That ball's high. Only chance I ever got was stolen by the dad in front of me. And I had to watch him give his kid the ball and then watch the kid throw the ball into the field. Sad moment for me. Here's the 2-1. Ball high, makes it 3-1. I'll get my chance one day to catch a foul ball. Here's a 3-1 to Kirkpatrick. Another one near us. But I can't stretch to get that one either. 3-2 count now with 2 outs. Here's the full count. Fouled off again by Kirkpatrick, out of play. And Kirkpatrick stays alive. Here's another full count from Adams. That's high over Kirkpatrick's head. And he will take his free base. Bringing up Sam Gonzalez, who also singled his last at bat. Kyle Proust will come on again as a courtesy runner for Kirkpatrick. First pitch to Gonzalez is high for ball 1. 1-0 count now. Proust leads off first base. Here's the 1-0 to Gonzalez. Outside, ball 2. And 2-0. Over Gonzalez's head, makes it 3-0 count. Probably be a take pitch here coming up. Adams has a little conference with his shortstop. Senior shortstop captain of the CIU team looks to calm down his pitcher. The 3-0 to Sam Gonzalez is in there for strike 1. 3-1 count now. Bruins dugout making some noise. Proust leads off first. Here's the 3-1. Down into the dirt for ball 4. And Gonzalez takes his base. Good at bat from Sam Gonzalez. 2 straight walks from Adams now. Puts 2 runners on for Zay Brandt. The signal is made to the CIU Rams bullpen to start some action out there. Gonzalez leads far off of first base. Zay Brandt, first pitch to him is right near his face. He has to dodge that one for ball 1. Two-out rally has started. Can the Bruins capitalize on this one? 1-0 to Brandt. Checks back. Kyle Proust is second. Good move. Proust gets back there safely. Here's the 1-0 to Brandt. That ball's inside for ball 2. Braden Adams seems to have lost his rhythm a little bit. Riley Ramsey's up next. Here's the 2-0 batters count in the dirt for 3-0. Probably another take pitch here for the second straight at bat. And it indeed is, makes it 3-1. It's almost an unwritten rule that if it's 3-0 count, the pitcher rarely throws a fourth ball in a row. Here's the 3-1. Brandt swings at that, but it's a blooper at third base. Greer misses it! And Prouse is in home, safe! Wow! The Rams started running off the field like it was going to be over. It looked like to be an easy grab for Greer. Takes his eye off it for 1 second and drops it. Zay Branson at first, Gonzalez in at second, and Prouse came in to score. The game is now 5-4. What a turn. And there is a little two-out rally here for the Bruins. Riley Ramsey now up. Gonzalez on second base. Zay Brandt on first. What can Ramsey do with it? Swings at the first pitch he sees. Great cut by Riley. Just no contact. And again, a huge gap between center and right field. If he can poke something the other way, big damage will be done. Here's the 0-1. Hits it to the shortstop. Nice little birthday bounce for him. Happy birthday. And he throws it to second for the easy out, making it the third out of the inning. The Bruins do answer back with one run on the error by Greer at third base, making it 5-4 heading into the top of the fourth inning. Welcome back to the top of the fourth inning, where we find Bruins have a new pitcher, number 21, Ryan Pierce, taking over for Tillman Paget. His first pitch is a strike. Great start for Ryan Pierce. Leading off for the Rams is Britton Morris. He's been walked his both at bats, so he is 0 for 0 technically today. It's a ball in the dirt. Blocked by Kirkpatrick. Nothing new. 1-1 count. Ryan Pierce comes in with a high ERA of 12 just because he only pitched 3 innings. Ball is way above Kirkpatrick's head. Makes it a 2-1 count. Pierce pitched 3 innings, allowed 8 hits, 7 runs, 4 of them earned runs, and then 1 strikeout with no walks. Here's a 2-1 from Pierce. It's up there, it makes it 3-1. The 3-1 to Morris. And it will be Ryan Pierce's first walk of the season. Morris walked again. 3 at-bats, 3 walks. Having an easy day from the plate. David Mora now up for the Rams. He's flown out both of his at-bats. Morris leads off first. Ball's in the dirt by Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick throws it way far away. And Morris will just sit and stay on second base, even though he may have had a chance to get the third. Morris seems to be shaken up a little bit on the slide. Pitch was swung at by Mora, so it's a 0-1 count. But now Morris is on second base in scoring position. It's based on the speed of Morris. It might have to be more than just a base hit to score. Here's the 0-1 from Pierce. Bunt is squared up, but pulled back, even though it's a strike. 0-2 count. Here's the 0-2 from Pierce. Another squared up bunt. Not often you see that with 2 strikes. 1-2 count now. Ball is high for a 2-2. David Moore, another short player on this Rams team, listed at 5'6". It's not often that I feel tall. That's bunted down the first base line, gathered by Pierce to first, and they'll get the first out of the inning. Morris will move to third. Shane Hammonds will come up for the Rams. He's also been walked both of his at-bats. Pablo Austin's playing in, same as Matthew Wells. That ball is hit to right field. Walker getting himself under it, catches it, and the run will come in for the Rams. Morris will score, making the game 6-4. Sac fly by Shane Hammonds gets him an RBI. So bases are now clear. No one on base. 2 outs for Rafael Gonzalez. Ball's in the dirt for ball 1. Fouled out of play for strike 1. 1-1 count. Rafael Gonzalez comes in with a .333 batting average. Exactly hitting a third of his at-bats. Here's a 1-1. Pablo Austin still playing in. Here's the 2-1.
Fouled out of play again. Oh, that's going to roll right toward this table. Will it be fast enough? Still can't get one. Here's the 2-2 to Rafael Gonzalez from Ryan Pierce. That pitch looked fantastic from up here. I'm not entirely sure where that missed, but it will be full count now. Ryan Pierce is remaining calm. Here's the full count. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning by Pierce. Popped into shallow left field. Zay Brandt's coming in on it. Loses his hat, but catches it anyway for the 3rd out of the inning. Quick inning for the Bruins defense. The Rams do score 1 on the sac fly, making the game 6-4. But the Bruins look to answer coming up in the bottom of the 4th. Welcome back to the bottom of the 4th inning. Rams do have a new pitcher, number 28, Colin Otta. Colin Otta is from Indian Land, South Carolina. He's a sophomore. And his first pitch to Evan Walker is a strike. Braden Adams in his 3 innings that he pitched allowed 3 runs. Walker off the end of the bat, right back to Otta. Otta easy toss to first for out number 1. 1 up, 1 down for the Rams. Angelo Gomez now up. That's a ball outside, making a 1-0 count. In 3 innings, Braden Adams gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, and 2 walks. If the Rams hang on with this lead, he'll still get a win on the day. Here's the 1-1 to Gomez. Gomez swings through that for strike number 2. 1-2 count. Throwback from the catcher was a little above Otta's head. Let's just say Otta does not have a high vertical. Almost snow coned that. Here's the 1-2. That's inside for a 2-2 count. Has a different looking delivery. Knee comes very high. That's in there for strike 3. Gomez looks at that. It's a backwards K for Colin Otta. Otta's leg and knee come very high, and he goes all the way over. It's not often you see a college pitcher do that anymore. It used to be taught to all the Little League pitchers, but they have since gone their own way. That's in there for a strike. Otta is finding his rhythm early. J.C. Poe swings at that for strike 1. That's hit into right field, shallow. That will stay in play. Foul territory caught by Aiden Pridgeon for a quick 3-up, 3-down inning. Pitched by Colin Otta with a couple of plays from the Rams defense. And we already head to the top of the 5th inning with the Rams lead 6-4. Welcome back to the top of the 5th inning. We saw a very fast 4th inning where the Rams do score in the top of the 4th to make it 6-4. But besides that very top half inning, Rams then go 3-up, 3-down. Lavera leads off with a rip to center field. That gets over the head of Ramsey. Lavera is looking to go third, and he will get in there safely. Almost steps off the bag, but he stays on for a leadoff stand-up triple. Colton Lopez is now up. He's been on base all 3 at-bats. Hit by a pitch, walk, and a double. Good pitch by Pierce to start this at-bat. Pitch number 2 was a ball inside, making it 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and fouled off. Out of play again. Makes it a 1-2 count to Colton Lopez, with Lavera on third base. No outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Here's the 1-2 from Pierce. Grounded on. Pablo Austin knocks it down, but the throw is not on target either. And Lopez will get into second safe. And Lavera scored early on in the play, making it 7-4. Austin couldn't quite squeeze it. Brings up Aiden Pridgeon. He is 1 for 3 with a single, strikeout, and flyout. Excuse me. Number 13, Jennings Green, now is the pinch hitter for the Rams. Sophomore from Chapin, South Carolina. Comes in for Aiden Pridgeon. First pitch to Green is a ball. None down still here in the top of the 5th inning after the error by Pablo Austin. Lopez leads off second. Green looks in and sees his first strike. 1-1 count. Jennings Green has 3 previous at-bats. That's in there for ball number 2. 3 previous at-bats on the season, going 1 for 3. So he has a very small batting average of .333. Here's the 2-1 from Pierce. That's in there for a 2-2. Pierce with a fast delivery from the stretch makes it hard for base runners to steal. Pierce looks at Lopez and delivers. Fouled off by Green. And it is 2-2. Another 2-2 to Green. In the dirt, blocked by Kirkpatrick. Keeps Lopez at second base. Great block. Strikeout here would be huge to get out number 1 here in the 5th. That's a short grounder. Austin will come get it and barehand it to first. And he got him. What a play by Pablo Austin. Runner advances. So Lopez finds himself on third with 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Great barehand play by Pablo Austin. Makes up for his error earlier this inning. Emmanuel Maldonado will now be up for the Rams with a runner on third. Foul tip back for strike 1. Maldonado 1 for 2 so far with a walk. Here's the 0-1 from Pierce. In the dirt, blocked by Kirkpatrick. Vital block, keeping the runner at third. Gives affirmation to Pierce before throwing it back. Matthew Wells on first base playing in. Here's the 1-1. Hit right at Pierce. Pierce couldn't get his glove on it. Up the middle. And Lopez will score on the RBI single by Emmanuel Maldonado. Game is now 8-4 here in the top of the 5th. Still only 1 down. Colin Greer now up for the Rams. Struck out his last at bat with the bases loaded. Had a chance to burst this game open, but did not. Here's the first pitch to him. Fouled off himself for an 0-1 count. Colin Greer also made an error in the field, allowing the Bruins to score. Here's the 0-1. That's a strike in the outside for an 0-2. Maldonado leading off first. Not a steal threat. Pierce tries to get Greer to chase on that. Greer doesn't bite. It's a 1-2 count. Pierce delivers in the dirt between the legs of Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick looks for a hole in his glove because that seems to be the only way that gets past him. Maldonado takes second base for free. It's now a 2-2 count with one down with a runner on second. Pierce delivers to Greer. Greer looks at that one for strike 3. And there are now 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. I thought Greer would have a good game since we're so close to Greer, South Carolina, but it's not the case. He's from Florida, so doesn't get the South Carolina luck. Here's the first pitch to Morris. It's a ball high. Morris has been walked all 3 at bats. Walk magnet. Here's the 1-0. It's popped up out of play. Makes it a 1-1 count. Pierce delivers the 1-1. Maldonado's dancing over there at second base. Goes to pick him off. That goes into center field as Gomez wasn't quite ready for that, and Maldonado will take third. I don't think Gomez thought that Pierce was actually going to throw. Little miscommunication there. Allows the Rams runner to be closer to home. Oh, it appears to be a pinch hitter actually for the Rams. I didn't catch that until now. Graham Peeler is up to bat. That's ripped to right field. Fair ball in the corner. Walker throws it in. And Graham Peeler will get a stand-up double with an RBI as Maldonado scores to make the game 9-4. We have another pinch batter here. Number 1, Austin Paradise. Comes in for David Mora. As Peeler leads off second. Paradise looks and swings at first pitch he sees, fouled off for an 0-1 count. Here's the 0-1 to Paradise from Pierce. Ball outside. 1-1 count now. Austin Paradise, a senior from Edgefield, South Carolina. Coming in from Mora, he will catch. Here's the 1-1 from Pierce. 1-2 count now. Ryan Pierce and the Bruins 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. They have allowed 3 runs, and the deficit is now 5. It's 9-4. Peeler leading off second still. That's blooped into left field, opposite field. Peeler will come home. The throw home is cut off by Pablo Austin, and the game is now 10-4 as Austin Paradise gets an RBI single. Rams have scored 4 runs here in the top of the 5th. Brings up number 27, Shane Hammonds. Walked twice with a sac fly. Kirkpatrick goes and has a meeting with Ryan Pierce. There always seems to be one inning in each of these games where the Bruins struggle and give up a lot of runs. And it usually makes the games out of reach. The Bruins have proved today they can score runs also. And they have plenty of time to answer back because it's only the 5th inning. Still 5 more at-bats. Pierce delivers in the dirt, blocked by Kirkpatrick again. 1-0 count to Hammonds. Shane Hammonds appears to be the only grad student on this Rams team. He's from McBee, South Carolina. Hit out of play for a 1-1 count. Here's the 1-1 from Pierce. That's up for a ball. There is activity in the Bruins bullpen. I can't quite tell who's out there warming up. Here's the 2-1. Barely misses the strike zone high, makes it 3-1. Appears that Stinson Draper is the one warming up in the Bruins bullpen. Strike 2 from Pierce. Full count, 2 outs. Paradise will be running on the pitch. Here's the full count delivery. Barely misses a zone for ball 4. Hammonds will take his base. Paradise now on second, still 2 down here in the top of the 5th. Brings up Rafael Gonzalez. He's struggled from the plate so far today. 0 for 3, 2 groundouts and a flyout. Not the best day that he's had. But he has a chance to make up for it here with a runner in scoring position. Another block by Kirkpatrick. Castile will call time and go have a meeting with Pierce. He'll point toward the bullpen, so it looks like Draper's going to come in right now. That indeed will happen. So we'll be back after the pitching change is over. We're back from the pitching change. Stinson Draper is in now for the Bruins. Draper is a catcher and pitcher, both sides of the battery. Gets a chance to pitch today against the Rams. Bruins find themselves down 6 with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th still. 2-0 count. First 2 pitches from Draper are balls. Gonzalez is up for the Rams. 0 for 3 so far. Gets on base for the first time with a walk. Bases are now loaded. And that brings up the top of the lineup, James Lavera. Lavera has the chance here to burst this game wide open with the bases loaded. He's ready to swing his bat. You can just tell in his mannerisms. It's a ball in the dirt. Not a great start for Draper. 4 straight balls. 1-0 count to Lavera. Lavera has had a single and a triple and has been walked twice, so he's been on base every time he's been at bat. There's Draper's first strike. Lavera is everything you want in a leadoff hitter. Here's the 1-1. Hits that high into left field. Brandt is under it and catches it. The Bruins are finally out of the top of the 5th. Rams gather 4 runs. Strand the bases loaded. The game is 10-4 heading into the bottom of the 5th. Bruins look to answer. We're back here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Matthew Wells leads off for the Bruins. Sorry, I was a little late to that. One of my colleagues said that Snow White was the worst Disney movie, and I had to disagree a lot. I don't know how I feel about her anymore. I used to think she was pretty cool. Now, well, I don't know if I can anymore. Wells hits that in the air to right field. Easy grab for Aiden Pridgeon. No, excuse me. Easy grab for Jennings Green for out number 1. It'll bring up Pablo Austin. It'll actually bring up Gabe Swarms, who is coming in for Pablo Austin, getting his first action of the day. Swarm swings at the first pitch he sees, fouls that off play for 0-1. Thinks about that one. Check swing. Catcher's trying to check, but he definitely didn't go. Just trying to catch the umpire off guard, I guess. 1-1 count. One down here in the bottom of the fifth. Bruins must get some runs soon to try and make this a game. Swarm swings at the high pitch. Makes it strike two. Ball's out of the zone for ball two. Gabe Swarms has struggled from the plate so far this year with a .091 batting average, going 1 for 11. And that's in there for strike three. Two down here in the top of the fifth as the struggles continue for Swarms. Cody Kirkpatrick now up for the Bruins. Kirkpatrick has a single and a walk on the day from the plate. Has been part of the bottom third of this lineup that have all gotten on base. Both times have been up. Ball is outside again. 2-0 count. Cody Kirkpatrick, 1 for 1 with a walk. Sam Gonzalez, 1 for 1 with a walk. And Zay Brandt, 1 for 1 with an error. Another ball inside for ball three. So there is 1,000 on base percentage for the bottom third of this lineup. Here's a 3-0 take pitch. In there for a strike. 3-1 now. Ball is in the dirt for a walk. Cody Kirkpatrick runs down first base since it was a pass ball. Looking to see if he can take second, but not enough speed for that. Proust will come on as the courtesy runner as Sam Gonzalez finds himself to the plate. As just mentioned, Sam Gonzalez has a single and a walk on the day. Looking to get on base again. That pitch finds the outside corner for strike number one. One now. Proust leads off first. Here's the 1-1 in the dirt again. Another time where the Rams have gotten 2 quick outs, but pitcher then starts struggling with his rhythm. Sam Gonzalez is listed as one of the only utility players on this team, along with Cam Lance and Evan Walker. Only 3 people as utility players can play anywhere on the field. Gonzalez at second base today. Here's a 2-1. Hits that one out of play for a 2-2 count. Here's a 2-2 from Otta. Gonzalez pokes that one the other way. But Pridgeon was playing shallow enough. He can just go grab that pretty easily. The inning ends. Score is still 10-4 heading in the top of the 6th. Welcome back to the top of the 6th inning. My colleague did correct herself in saying that Snow White's the worst Disney princess movie. I still very disagree. And now she's yelling at me. It's fine. Colton Lopez now up for the Rams, looking to get things going on the offensive side to continue their defensive dominance in the last few innings. Lopez has reached base all 4 times he's been up. Tips that one into the glove of Kirkpatrick. 1-2 count now. Lopez has been hit by a pitch, walked, gotten a double, and then gotten a single in which he got to second on an error. As the sun sets here in Greenville, in classic South Carolina fashion, the temperature is dropping and the hand warmers are coming out. Here is the 1-2 from Draper. Fouled off to keep it at 1-2. Get a quick little flyover from a plane. It's pretty cool. Seems pretty close to the ground. Gonna probably go land at the Greenville airport. That is blocked by Kirkpatrick. 2-2 count. Gabe Swarms now looks to be playing third base as he came in and batted for Pablo Austin. Here's the 2-2 from Draper. Lopez pops that up. Evan Walker gets under it and catches it for out number 1. Lopez first at bat without getting on base. 1 down here in the top of the 6th. Aiden Pridgeon now up. He is subbed back in for Jennings Green. Jennings Green came in for him last at bat. But now it's Pridgeon again. He's 1 for 3 on the day. First pitch he sees is a ball. Another ball outside. 2-0 count. That's called a strike for a 2-1. Must have found that outside corner. Draper delivers quickly. Foul tipped by Pridgeon. Makes it a 2-2 count. Here's the 2-2. Outside for ball 3. Another full count for the Bruins pitcher. We've seen a lot of these today. What will Draper do with it? He delivers. It's ball in the dirt past Kirkpatrick. And Pridgeon will take his base. One down here in the top of the 6th inning. Pridgeon on first base. Maldonado now up for the Rams. He's 2 for 3 with a walk, 2 singles, and a ground out. Draper now from the stretch. Ball inside. Dodged by Maldonado. Another ball inside. Ball swung on and missed by Maldonado for strike one. 2-1 count. Maldonado takes his time getting back into the box. Regathers himself. He's been craving a big hit all day just based on the way he swings the bat. That's in there for strike two. Good pitch by Draper. Here's a 2-2 from Draper, looking to strike out Maldonado. Runner goes. Strike three. Kirkpatrick's throw. There in time, but too high. Gomez cannot get the tag down. Call must have been changed because the Bruins are running off the field with their third out. I'm not entirely sure what happened right there, but the Bruins hold them 10-4 going in at the bottom of the sixth inning. We're back here for the bottom of the sixth inning. Rams have a new pitcher, number 12, Cameron Dunlap. If any inning for the Bruins to make or ignite a comeback, it's this one. Zay Brandt leads off. First pitch from Dunlap is way outside in the dirt. Not even close to the strike zone. 1-0 count to Brandt. Brandt has been on base both times he's been at bat. Last time he was at bat was the time that Greer bobbled that easy grab. It's another ball down low for ball two. So Zay Brandt's 1 for 1 with the getting on an error, and it's the top of the lineup. Here's a 2-0 inside pitch for another ball. Here comes another take pitch. Riley Ramsey's on deck, looks to wake up his bat. Was really hot over the weekend. That's strike one. First strike by Dunlap. Ramsey was hot over the weekend. Started off hot with a leadoff single here in this game, but has struck out and flown out since. Here's the 3-1. Outside in the dirt for ball 4. Brandt takes his base with a leadoff walk. I think that this will be the inning that the Bruins ignite the comeback. That ball's off the glove of the catcher. Brandt takes second easily. Round second, looks at third, but will stay there. Another ball from Dunlap. Ramsey might have to take advantage of the strike he sees to try to get Zay Brandt to score. Brandt now in scoring position. No outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ramsey swings at that. Fairly empty swing. It's a 1-1 count. Dunlap delivers. In there for a strike. Austin Paradise doesn't squeeze it. The 1-2 is in the dirt. Now 2-2. Here's a 2-2 from Dunlap. Brandt leading off second base. Strike 3. Riley Ramsey strikes out. 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Evan Walker now has a chance to get Brandt in. He's 1 for 3 on the day with a single and 2 ground outs. He swings at the first pitch he sees down the line. Fair ball. Brandt will come in to score. Oh, the right fielder bobbles the ball. Walker on the way to third. And Walker will have a triple. The game is now 10-5. Aiden Pridgeon tripped over the steps to the bullpen in right field. Made his delivery into the infield longer. And Evan Walker is now at third. Gomez now up for the Bruins. The runner on third. 1 down. Dunlap's first pitch is a ball. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Way outside. Walker thinks about it, but it bounces off the wall. Evan Walker would have been toast at home. Dunlap delivers again. That ball is high. Be a 2-0 count to Gomez. Gomez probably looking for a strike here. This might be a good pitch to hit. Ball's down in the dirt. Excuse me, it was 3-0 on that last pitch, so Gomez takes his free base. Runners now in the corners here for the Bruins with only 1 down. And J.C. Poe come to bat. Coach Johnson will come out and meet Dunlap. Rams will have a pitching change. Seems that Dunlap was just a pitcher in place to try to get a longer warm-up for the pitcher they actually wanted to bring in. Looks to be Rodrigo Rodriguez coming in for the Rams. Getting a quick pep talk from Coach Johnson. Again, the famed Florida State pitcher from back in the day. If anybody knows about pitching, it's him. And it is Rodriguez coming in, so we'll be back after this pitching change. We're back from the pitching change. Rodrigo Rodriguez, I love that man's name, is on the mound. Runners on the corners. Grounder from Poe is barely foul. Good thing it was, because that would have been an easy out. J.C. Poe is 0 for 3 today. 2 groundouts and a fly out. Has a good chance here to get the Bruins on the board even more and claw into this deficit. That's now only 5. Thanks to the Evan Walker RBI. That's in there for strike 2. There is one down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Rodriguez with an early 0-2 lead. It's in the dirt. Great block by the catcher. Runners don't go anywhere. Can't really tell who's in at catcher. It looks like number 8 from up here. But I have just been told it's number 9, Jackson Patisi. Jackson Patisi now catching for the Rams. There's a good block by him. Freshman from Massachusetts. Here's the pitch from Rodriguez. Hits it right back at him. To 2. Poe will get in there safely at first base on a fielder's choice. The run will score. Evan Walker scores, making this game 10-6. RBI fielder's choice from J.C. Poe. Angelo Gomez was out at second. Rodriguez may have had time to come home on that to try to get Walker out at home, but gets the out at second instead. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Brings up Matthew Wells. Wells looks at that one for strike 1. 1-1 count now. Ball 2. 2-1 count now to Matthew Wells. 1 for 3 on the day with a single and 2 flyouts. Wells swings at that one for strike 2. Two count now, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bruins have scored 2 in this inning. Matthew Wells swings at strike 3. And the Rams are out of the inning going into the top of the 7th. Again, the Bruins do score 2, only down 4 now, and they look to hold the Rams at 10 in the next half inning. Welcome back to the top of the 7th. Cullen Greer is leading off for the Rams. He's had a struggle day today, especially from the batter's box. It's a 1-1 count. Draper still on the mound for the Bruins. Rams scored 4 last inning. And Bruins entered back with 2 of their own. Greer pops that up. First base side. Gonzalez does not quite get there to catch it. It was in foul territory, so Greer will go back to home plate. Good effort by Sam Gonzalez on that play. Just can't quite squeeze it. Looked like Matthew Wells lost it right away in the lights. It's 1-2 count now from Draper to Greer. Strike 3. Good pitch. 2-strike fastball from Stinson Draper gets Colin Greer to strike out for a 3rd time today. Graham Peeler now up for the Rams. Had a double in his first at bat. And that hits him right away. Peeler tosses his bat and goes to first unharmed. 1 down and a runner on now for the Rams. Jackson Patisi swings at the first pitch he sees for a strike. Would have been a ball. Here's the 0-1 to Patisi. That's in there for strike 2. Bruins dugout likes it. Graham Peeler leading off. First base, here's the 0-2 from Draper. Ball high. Draper's right back on that rubber, ready to pitch. Here's the 1-2 to the Patisi. Good block by Kirkpatrick. Keeps Peeler at first. Draper will try not to lose him here. As he got off to an early 0-2 count. Here's the 2-2. Ball high. Full count. Full count, one down here in the top of the 7th inning. Runner on first. Draper delivers in there for ball 4. So after getting off to an early 0-2 start, Draper throws 4 straight balls, and Patisi takes his base. Now 2 runners on for Shane Hammonds. Courtesy runner will come in for Patisi. Looks to be number 38, Trace Thompson. Different Trace Thompson than the one that plays in the MLB. Sophomore from York, South Carolina. First pitch to Hammonds is a strike. Blocked by Kirkpatrick, keeps the runners there. Here's the 1-1 from Draper. Breaking ball is a little too high, 2-1. The 2-1 from Draper. Hammond swings through that one for strike 2. A balk is called on Draper. It didn't look like one from here. It didn't look like his leg crossed the plane. And Castile will come talk to the home plate umpire about it. It's a legal move of what he did. Draper doesn't agree. Runners now in second and third because of the balk called. And the count is back to 2-1. Because after the balk, it's a dead ball. 2-1 count, 1 down. Runners on second and third now. Thompson on second. And Morris on third. That is hit out of play. Excuse me, Graham Peeler on third. Here's the 2-2 from Draper. Ripped down the third base line, but foul almost takes out Graham Peeler, his teammate. Count remains 2-2. Count still 2-2 from Stinson Draper trying to get Hammonds out. Hammonds continues to battle another foul out of play. Rams have stranded a lot of base runners today. That goes in for ball 3. Another full count by a Bruins pitcher. They've been faced with a lot of those today. Hopefully Draper will be on the winning side of this one. 3-2 count, 1 down here in the top of the 7th. And that's a ball to load the bases as Hammonds is walked for a 4th time today. Kirkpatrick now talks to Draper. Number 24, Tanner Martinez, will bat in place of Rafael Gonzalez. Tina Martinez comes in to pinch hit at a really good time. One down, bases loaded. Another chance for the Rams to break this game open. That's a strike from Draper. There is a double play chance for the Bruins to get out of this inning without allowing any runs. Matthew Wells is playing in at first base. That's hit to Gomez. Gomez bobbles it, tries to make the throw to first, and gets him out at first base. Doesn't get the double play, does get an out. 2 down, run scores. 11-6 here in the top of the 7th. Graham Peeler was the one to come in and score on that. Props to Angelo Gomez gathering that after the error to at least get one out on the play. Top of the lineup is now back up. James Lavera flew out his last at bat, but has gotten on base the other 4 times. Oh, 0-1 count to Lavera. 2 on, 2 out. Lavera check swings that, and he goes all the way through on that. Makes it 0-2 now. Draper with a big chance to strand 2 more runners for the Rams. If he gets a strikeout here he goes. Tipped, blooper into right field, will score both runs, making it 13-6. Looked like Lavera barely got his bat on that and somehow got it over the head of Wells at first and ahead of Walker in right field. Gut punch to the Bruins defense. Now puts them down 7. Number 8, Brandon Arnold is now batting in place of Colton Lopez. Brandon Arnold's a junior from Sumter, South Carolina. Draper checks Lavera back 2 times in a row. Draper checks him back again. Probably would have gotten him out if Wells caught that. So with 3 pickoff attempts, here's the first pitch. It's a ball to Arnold. Here's the one of Arnold. Ball up, 2-0. See if Draper can throw a strike here. Not quite. Out of the zone, 3-0 count now. Arnold tried to square up to bunt to mess up the pitch by Draper, but Draper throws a strike nonetheless. 3-1 count. 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning. Ball 4 sends Arnold to first base and Lavera to second. And Adam Pridgeon now is back up. Draper gets encouragement from his dugout. It's a good pitch right there to start this at bat, 0-1. Pridgeon is 1 for 3 with a walk. Hits that in the right field, and that will go out of play. Quick 0-2 count. Here's the 0-2 from Draper. Pridgeon hits that into center field. Riley Ramsey gets under it and will catch it for out number 3. The Rams score 3 here in the top of the 7th inning. The Bruins find themselves down 7. They still have 3 at-bats to go. Let's see if they can claw themselves back into this game coming up. Back here in the bottom of the 7th inning, Bruins find themselves down 7. Gabe Swarms is now leading off for the Bruins. Swing to the first pitch he sees. That's a grounder past the third baseman. Shortstop gathers it. Long throw, and Swarms will be on for a leadoff single. That's the hit he's been looking for quite the time. Good start for the Bruins here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Cody Kirkpatrick is now up for him. He's gotten on base all 3 at-bats with a single and 2 walks. Kirkpatrick swings, fouls it near the dugout of the Rams. They all jump out of the way as if it was flying at their head, but it was barely tipped. Hopefully at least some of them are enrolled in the drama department of CIU. Ball inside, makes it a 1-1 count. Here's the 1-1 to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick hits that one past Greer. Back-to-back singles for the Bruins. 2 leadoff runners. Great start to the bottom of the 7th inning. And now it's Sam Gonzalez's turn to see if he can do the same. Kyle Prouse again. He's been a busy courtesy runner today as Kirkpatrick's gotten on base 4 times. Great start to this inning. Bruins must capitalize here, get at least a few runs. Here's the first pitch to Gonzalez. He hits that line shot to Greer. Gets him in time at second. Unlucky play, another gut punch of a play for the Bruins. Swarms is out at second, doesn't get back to the base in time after the great contact by Gonzalez. Tough break there. Zay Brandt now up with 2 outs and Prouse on first. And that's a strike in there for Rodriguez. How quickly a half inning can turn around. Here's the 0-1. Brandt swings through that. 0-2. Prouse still leading off of first base. Here's the 0-2 to Brandt. Brandt check swings, but he held his bat back, and it'll be a 1-2 count. And Brandt strikes out, and that will end the inning. Tough break for the Bruins. 2 leadoff runners, but a line out and a tag out. End that inning very quickly as we head to the top of the 8th inning. Rams still up 13-6. Back to the top of the 8th inning. A very short break between the innings. Maldonado leading off for the Rams. Draper still on the mound. His first pitch is outside for ball 1. The struggle continues to get the leadoff runners around the bases for the Bruins as portrayed in that last half inning. Maldonado hits that. Wells gathers it easily. Touches first for out number 1 on the inning. 1 down here in the 8th. Two singles right off the bat. And the bottom of the 7th inning made that inning look great. That's a good chance for the Bruins to start this comeback. And then great line drive by Gonzalez gets caught and thrown back to second to get Swarms. And in a matter of seconds, that threat vanished. And we're now here in the top of the 8th inning. Score is still 13-6. Colin Greer now up. Has struck out 3 times in a row. 3 straight balls start this at bat though. Greer with a fast at bat. 4 straight balls will take his base with 1 down here in the top of the 8th. Graham Peeler is now up for the Rams after hitting a double and getting hit by a pitch in his last at bat. That's in there for strike 1. Outside corner. Ball is slightly outside for ball 1.
No. Something else.
Greer leading off first base. Draper delivers for strike number 2 against Graham Peeler. Graham Peeler, a junior from Hodges, South Carolina. Draper delivers for ball number 2. Here's the 2-2. Barely outside again. Makes it full count. Peeler's been a patient hitter all day long, especially on his double in his first at-bat. Draper takes a tumble. Peeler finds himself down to first base and Greer to second base. Now Draper's trying to fill the hole that he tripped in on his landing. Jackson Patisi is now batting for the Rams. He was walked his last at bat. 2 on, 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. Here's the first pitch from Draper. That's a strike. Good pitch. That's popped up on the first base line. Matthew Wells is getting tips off his glove. Will be as a foul ball. And for strike number 2. Looked like Wells was going to get there easily, just couldn't get his glove to the ball. Missed opportunity for an out. Here's the 0-2 by Draper. Battled off by Patisi. Still 0-2. Greer leading off second. Peeler leading off first. Draper and Kirkpatrick agreeing a pitch. He delivers. And strike 3. Draper strikes out Patisi for out number 2 in the top of the 8th inning. Shane Hammonds is now up. 5 at-bats, 4 walks, and a sac fly. Hammonds has a chance to get a run in here with a base hit, more than likely. First pitch was fouled off for an 0-1 count. Draper delivers. That's in there for strike number 2. Draper back to the rubber quickly. And is ready to go. Here's the 0-2. Strike 3. Draper, 2 straight strikeouts to end the top of the 8th inning. Score remains 13-6. 2 more at bats for the Bruins. The first one coming up in the bottom of the 8th. We're back here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Riley Ramsey is leading off, top of the lineup for the Bruins. Swings the first pitch he sees, and that is popped up in the infield and caught for out number 1 right away. Very quick first out for the Rams. And the struggle continues for Ramsey's bat today after the hot weekend he had just a few days ago. Evan Walker is now up. He had a triple the last time he was batting. First pitch to Walker is up there for a ball. Check swing from Walker does not go. Ball 2. Bruins are down 7. They have a lot of work to do. That's in their strike number 1. This is baseball, though. Anything could happen. I've seen bigger rallies before. Walker looks at that one in the dirt for ball 3. Here's a 3-1 from the new pitcher. That's in there for ball 4. Walker will take his free base. There's a new pitcher for the Rams. I forgot to mention number 36, Jason Holliday. Sophomore from Kingstree, South Carolina. Angelo Gomez now up for the Bruins with Walker leading off of first base. Gomez walked the last at bat he had. And that's another ball from Holliday. Ball's up high for ball 2. The 2-0 is now a 2-1 to Gomez. First strike in a while for Holliday. Swung on by Gomez and missed. 2-2 count now, 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. J.C. Poe is on deck. Popped out of play with a really loud bang noise on the bleachers. Here's the 2-2 from Holliday. I don't know if you guys could notice, but that was coming right at me. I was going to catch that. I was ready. My hands were up, but the net barely caught it instead. I was so ready for that. I wanted it so bad. And it's 2-2 again from Holliday. And that's hit. Excuse me. Gomez is hit and will take first base. Walker will take second. J.C. Poe is now up. Last time he was up was a fielder's choice, and the Bruins got a run in on it. Here's the first pitch to Poe. Swung on and fouled out of play. Another inning where the Bruins find their runners on early. Only 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Must capitalize here. J.C. Poe. Here's the 0-1 to him. Out for a 1-1 count. Poe swings. Short chopper to the shortstop. And Poe beats out the throw. Bases now loaded for the Bruins with 1 out. Great hustle by J.C. Poe to beat out the throw. Gives the Bruins a lot of confidence. Bases are loaded for Matthew Wells with only 1 out here in the 8th. Holiday delivers. Ball outside, 1-0. Another big opportunity for the Bruins to score some runs. Here's the 1-0 to Wells. That's a ball high, ball 2. And that ball ignites some action in the Rams bullpen as Holiday continues to struggle. Here's the 2-0 delivered from him. In there for strike 1. A 2-1 count to Matthew Wells. Struck out his last at bat. Looking to change that here. Good pick by the catcher, Patisi. It's a 3-1 count now. Hitters count 3-1 to Wells. And that hit him. A run will come in. Walker will score on the second hit batter of the inning. And it looks like Johnson will pull Holiday very quickly after coming in. A new pitcher will be coming in for the Rams. Holiday will be coming out. Not entirely sure what Coach Johnson is doing, but it's delaying us from figuring out who's on the mound now. Looks to be number 14, Darius Hatchett Dunn. He's just listed as a utility player. We'll be back after this pitching change in just a few moments. Back from the pitching change, Hatchett Dunn finds himself in a very tough situation coming in with the bases loaded and 1 out. A lot is asked of him. Bruins down 6. Gabe Swarms up to bat. Swarms swings and misses for strike 1. Swarms got a base hit his last at bat. Much needed base hit for his own boost of confidence. He looks at that one high and outside for ball 1. 1-1 count now. Hatchett Dunn delivers. Swung on and missed by Swarms. Makes it a 1-2 count. A hit here by Swarms would boost his confidence even more as they would score some runs. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Swarms strikes out for out number 2 here in the bottom of the 8th. Bruins need anybody up right now. It's who's up. Cody Kirkpatrick, he's been on base all 4 at bats. so far today. Looked at that one for a strike. Let's hope I didn't just jinx it. 0-1 count to Kirkpatrick. Hatchet Dunn delivers. Kirkpatrick looks at that one out of the zone for ball one. That's in there for strike two. The 1-2 count, 2 outs, bases loaded for the Bruins. Hatchet Dunn delivers. That's hit by Cody Kirkpatrick in the center field, but looks like a routine fly ball it is. And it's caught for out number 3. The Bruins score 1, but strand the bases loaded, find themselves down 13-7 heading into the last inning. Welcome back to the last inning here at Conestee Park tonight. The Rams up 13-7. As Rafael Gonzalez is back batting for the Rams. Draper's still on the mound for the Bruins. He starts out this inning with a ball high, 1-0 count. Ball's down in the dirt for ball two. There are people in the bullpen for the Bruins, but no one is warming up. So I think it's safe to assume that Draper is going to finish this game. Strike one, 2-1 count. Grounder to Gonzalez. He fields it cleanly to Wells for out number 1. Oh, Gonzalez goes down after stepping on first base. Athletic trainer's out there very quickly. He's grabbing his hamstring area. He is very uncomfortable on the ground right now. Hopefully it's just a cramp. But it's hard to think that it's just a cramp. The way he fell and the way he's in pain right now. He is in a lot of pain right now. Trying to stand up to his feet at least. Trainer helps him to his feet. putting very limited weight on his left leg to try to get back to the dugout. Teammate David Mora comes to help him. And after Gonzalez will get into the dugout, play will resume. James Lavera back up for the Rams. One down here in the top of the ninth inning. First pitch swung at and fouled off. Out of play. Here's the 0-1 from Draper. Strike two, good pitch. Kirkpatrick did not have to even flinch his glove any direction to catch that. Right into the target, 0-2 now. Quickly delivered by Draper. Almost strike number 3, but that's grounded to Swarms. Swarms throws to first. Wells has to come off the bag. And Lavera is into first safely. Still only one out here in the top of the ninth. Brandon Arnold back up for the Rams. He was walked in his first at-bat after coming in for Colton Lopez. First pitch from Draper is in the dirt for ball one. That one surprised Kirkpatrick. He did get up for it though. 2-0 count. Lavera leading off first base. That should be strike number 1, but it's called a ball. Man, that one looked really good from where we're at. Draper thought it was a strike 2, 3-0 count. Lavera runs, but called ball 4. So Arnold will take his base. Arnold, 2 at-bats, 2 walks on the night. Brings up Aiden Pridgeon. Flew out his last at-bat. Hits that to left field. Brant's on the run. 1 run will score. Brant throws into third. And Swarms can't get the tag around. And Pridgeon gets an RBI double. And Arnold's now at third base. Makes it 14-7. Extends the lead for the Rams. Emmanuel Maldonado finds himself up to bat again. This will be his 7th at-bat of the game. It's not often you bat 7 times in one game. That one's knocked down by Kirkpatrick. Here's the 1-0 from Draper. Another one in the dirt. Blocked by Kirkpatrick again. 2-0 count. Ball outside, 3-0 count to Maldonado. In there for a strike to make it 3-1. Matthew Wells, first baseman, is playing in. That is tipped for strike 2. Full count now. Good comeback from Draper. Kirkpatrick will go talk to him. Three-two from Draper. In there for ball 4. Maldonado will take his base. And that will load the bases up again. For I think the 4th time of the game for the Rams. Coach Rulapaw will come out onto the field and talk to Draper. Just seems that at this point the air has left this field. No more excitement. It's hard to see the bases loaded when you're down by 7 in the 9th. The Bruins just want to get off the field for a chance to bat and have a historic comeback. But it's hard to think about that when you're still standing on the field. Rulapaw currently trying to instill some confidence in Draper to get him out of this inning, as there's still only 1 down here in the top of the 9th. One down, Colin Greer up now for the Rams. He was walked his last at bat. It's in there for ball 1. A little too high of a pitch. 1-0 count. Greer swings at that and out of play. Pitch is high. Another surprise for Kirkpatrick. He grabs it. There's a 2-1 count now. It's a ball outside for a 3-1. Draper lost control on that one a little bit. Bruins coach is still wanting Draper to finish out this game, as there is still nobody warming up. 3-1 from Draper. In there for strike 2. Makes it full count. And the way Colin Greer has swung the bat so far today, he will probably swing on this, depending on if it's even though it might be a ball. He's been hungry for a big hit all day. Here's the full count. And that's exactly what it does. He barely gets a piece of that. Count remains full. The full count again from Draper. Another strikeout. Colin Greer strikes out for the 4th time today. It's been a long day at the plate for Colin Greer. That brings up Graham Peeler. 2 down here. An out anywhere will end the inning. Here's the first pitch to Peeler. Blocked by Kirkpatrick. Here's the 1-0 from Draper. That's grounded on to Gonzalez. Gonzalez can't come up with it. A run will score. Another run will score. Runner goes to third. Peeler stays at first. And the lead is extended even more with still 2 outs on the error by Gonzalez. 16-7. Patisi now up for the Rams. Has walked and struck out on the night. First pitch is swung on and missed by Patisi. It's in there for ball 1, 1-1 count. This game mirrors last night a little bit with a long last inning. And the Bruins not able to get off the field. Here's the 1-1. Out for a ball. 2-1 count. Draper delivers. In there for strike 2. Patisi wasn't really sure about that. He is a catcher. He probably knows the strike zone pretty well. But it's called a strike nonetheless. Here's the 2-2. Draper with a chance to get out of the inning. And he does. Draper strikes out Patisi for the 3rd out of the 9th inning. The Bruins look to at least make a dent in this 9-run deficit in the bottom of the 9th. Welcome back to the bottom of the ninth inning. Bruins are down 9. Gonzalez swings at the first pitch he sees. Out of play. Sorry if it sounds like I'm out of breath. I just got the wind knocked out of me by a hand warmer thrown at me. I'll try to recover from that one. Here's the 0-1 to Gonzalez. That's in the dirt for ball 1. It's quite the arm that threw it. Here's the 1-1. Gonzalez rips it. Past Colin Greer at third base. Solid contact continues for Sam Gonzalez. He leads off this inning with a single. Gonzalez taking a sizable lead at first base. Zay Brandt now up to bat. Zay rips it the other way to right field. 2 leadoff runners for the Bruins. Single. Brings up Riley Ramsey. Looking to break his streak of 4 at-bats without an out. Ramsey is due for a hit here. Ramsey looks at that one for ball 1. Darius Hatchett did his job very well last inning after he came in. Ramsey hits at that. That's deep in center field. That's over the head of the center fielder. Zay Brandt's right on Gonzalez's back. They will both come in to score. Riley Ramsey stays at third. The Bruins score 2 runs here. 16-9 now. Riley Ramsey on third base. Still no outs here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Do you believe in miracles? Because one could potentially happen here. Great start to this potential comeback by the Bruins. Evan Walker is now up. Walker looks at that one in for a strike 1. Bruins are going to look to be aggressive here. There's nothing to lose. Evan Walker swings at that one for strike 2. Here's the 0-2. It's ball outside. Hatchett delivers the 1-2. That's called strike 3. Evan Walker struck out looking for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 9th. Brings up Angelo Gomez. He consistently gets on base for the Bruins. Let's hope he can do it here. Swings at that one. That one's out of play. Turned on a little too early. The 0-1 to Gomez. High and inside for ball 1. 1-1 count. Good cut from Gomez. Tipped back into the glove of the catcher for strike number 2. 1-2 count now. Time for Gomez to battle. Anything close. That's a ball high. 2-2 count. Gomez strikes out for out number 2. Brings up J.C. Poe. Poe had a single the last time he was at bat. Good swing, but it went foul. They have to pause for a little bit. The ball did deflect back into play. And I don't think the right fielder noticed it. Now he does. We're ready to go again. 0-1 count to J.C. Poe. Big cut and missed. Makes an 0-2 count. Darius Hatchett Dunn is one strike away from closing out this game for the Rams. That goes over the head of Poe. Ramsey's coming home and will score on the pass ball. Makes this game 16-10. One-two count to J.C. Poe. That gets away from Hatchett Dunn for ball two. Can J.C. Poe keep the Bruins alive? Here's the 2-2. Hits that into the gap of center and right field. That gap's been huge all day long. J.C. Poe is going for three. And he'll get in safely at third base easily. I've been saying all day long that the gap between center and right field has been ginormous. And someone finally hit it. And that was J.C. Poe just now. There is still life for the Bruins. Matthew Wells now up with J.C. Poe on third. Wells was hit by the pitch last at bat. That's a ball outside, 1-0 count. Two outs here in the bottom of the ninth inning. That is tipped back into the net by Wells for a 1-1 count now. Here's the 1-1 from Hatchett Dunn. Wells thought about it, kept it outside for a 2-1 count. Hatchett Dunn delivers. Almost hits Wells again on the inside pitch. Ball three. It's going to be a pitch that Wells looks to hit. Here's the delivery. That's called a strike. Full count. Two outs. One on. Here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Bruins down 6. Still have a little life left. Wells hits that. And that will go out of play. And he'll stay alive. Three-two again. Hatchett Dunn delivers. And Wells stays alive still. What a battle. Continual encouragement from Castile, Coach Castile on the third base side. Another full count. Is out for ball 4. Matthew Wells takes his base. And the Bruins still live with 2 outs. Gabe Swarms is now up for the Bruins. He's 1 for 3 today with a single and 2 strikeouts. Can he keep the Bruins alive? That's out of the zone for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 from Hatchet Dunn. Fouls that one out of play. Makes it a 1-1 count. Here's the 1-1. High in the zone. 2-1 count now. Runners on the corners, 2 down in the bottom of the ninth. Here's a 2-1. Good cut by Swarms, tips it back into the net for a 2-2. Hatchet Dunn 1 strike away again from ending this game. Can Swarms stay alive? And Hatchet Dunn gets the best of Gabe Swarms. And the comeback comes up short. Bruins did have a great effort there in the bottom of the ninth inning to at least make a dent in that deficit. The final score of today's game is Rams 16, Bruins 10. For myself, Trenton Goldsmith, and the whole crew that makes this stream possible, we say thank you for joining us today. You can follow the Bruins all season long at bjubruins.com for schedules, scores, and stories. And we invite you back for our next home game March 15th when the Bruins match up against Covenant College. Until then, so long, have a great week, and go Bruins.